Welcome back to The Explainer. So, let me ask you something. Have you ever felt like you're just putting in endless, grueling hours, but your bank account is, well, totally ignoring all that effort? Yeah, you're absolutely not alone there. Today, we're diving deep into a roadmap from the Millionaire Blueprint, and it's going to completely shift how you think about wealth. We're talking about why working smart, not just grinding away, is the real secret to financial freedom. We're going to replace that exhausting daily grind with some highly actionable, scalable systems. Seriously, think about it. What if working harder just isn't the secret we've all been told it is? We've been fed this tired old narrative that total exhaustion equals success, right? But let's be real for a second. If sheer physical labor and super long hours created millionaires, then every double shift waitress and construction worker out there would be driving a sports car. The math just doesn't add up. There's clearly a massive missing piece to this whole wealth puzzle. Okay, let's dive into this. It really all comes down to a fundamental difference in how we value time. On one side, you've got the traditional 12-hour grind. This is trading your limited time directly for dollars. And that naturally hits a hard ceiling because, well, we all only get 24 hours in a day. But on the flip side, you have systems. The smart worker spends their time creating assets. Think digital products, software, automated businesses, things that literally earn money while you sleep. It's the classic difference between dragging buckets of water back and forth every single day versus actually taking the time to build a pipeline. So to get from carrying those buckets to building that pipeline, we're going to follow a super clear step-by-step blueprint today. We'll be covering 1. The hard work myth. 2. Mastering high income skills. 3. Maximizing your leverage. 4. Creating multiple streams of income. 5. Investing for compound growth. And finally 6. The Smart Work Blueprint. All right, Section 1, the hard work myth. Because honestly, it is time to unlearn some really ingrained bad habits about the daily grind. Moving right along to Section 2, master high-income skills. It's time to seriously upgrade your personal toolkit. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the specific focus here. If you want to stop trading your time for pennies, you absolutely need to offer high-value solutions. The source material points out some crucial skills you should focus on: sales, marketing, copywriting, programming, AI and automation, and content creation. Do you see the common denominator there? It's scalability. Writing a great piece of software or some killer sales copy, you can sell that millions of times with zero extra effort on your part. That scalable earning potential is the absolute bedrock of smart work. And as this quote says, smart workers continuously improve themselves. Because getting these skills isn't just a one-and-done kind of deal. Consider this. The half-life of a learned technical skill nowadays is estimated to be barely 5 years. Yeah, 5 years. If you stop learning, your expertise essentially expires. The people out there building lasting wealth are constantly reading, taking online courses, and just staying ahead of the tech curve. Continuous improvement is the engine that actually drives these skills and prevents your income from totally flatlining. Which brings us to Section 3, maximize your leverage. We've got the skills, now let's talk about how to amplify them. Let's move to and see how this builds, because leverage is literally the magic word in wealth creation. It's the secret sauce that takes one person sitting in a coffee shop with a laptop and turns them into a global business. Here's how the formula actually works. Step 1, you master that high-income skill we just talked about. Step 2, you apply tech. You let AI tools and social media distribution do all the heavy lifting for you. And finally, step 3, that technology empowers you to reach millions of people globally. It's a highly actionable, reproducible way to basically clone yourself. So when you apply that massive leverage, you can start solving bigger problems for a drastically larger audience. Look, the fundamental rule of economics is pretty straightforward. Your paycheck is tied directly to the size of the problem you solve and how many people you solve it for. Simple as that. So whether you're coding an app that saves people thousands of hours, or setting up an automated e-commerce business, or making educational content, combining a high-income skill with massive internet leverage is the ultimate wealth generator. Okay, Section 4, multiple streams of income. Why having just one way to make money is actually super risky. And this brilliantly illustrates exactly why relying on a single salary is just incredibly risky. I mean, if that one stream suddenly dries up, your whole financial foundation just collapses, right? True smart work means building a fortified financial fortress using multiple streams. You might start off with an active stream, like freelancing, where you're using your skills directly. But then you layer in an online business or maybe a YouTube channel for scale. Then you add digital products, which cost literally nothing to reproduce. And finally, you channel that capital into investments. That way, if one stream takes a hit, the others keep your wealth growing strong. Next up, Section 5, invest for compound growth. Time to pivot from just earning money to actually multiplying it. So the crucial point is that smart workers don't just save their money. Why? Because saving alone means you're slowly losing your purchasing power to inflation. Instead, they invest it. Compound growth is basically the process where your money grows exponentially because your investments and the returns on those investments constantly generate even more money. Think of it like turning every single dollar you own into a tiny little employee that works for you 24/7, gathering momentum like a snowball rolling down a massive hill. Just look at the math here, it's undeniable. In year one, that exponential growth looks incredibly small, like almost imperceptible. By year 5, okay, it's starting to gain some visible, steady traction. But by year 10, boom, the curve suddenly sweeps upward in this dramatic spike. This is usually the huge aha moment for most people. You aren't working extra hours for that year 10 spike. Your previously invested capital is doing all the heavy lifting entirely on its own. It's amazing. Finally, Section 6, the Smart Work Blueprint. Let's bring this whole philosophy together. To definitively prove this, let's just contrast the two approaches side by side. Working 12 hours daily, that results in the exact same income, and it's heavily capped by the absolute limits of human endurance. You will burn out. But building systems and investing, your efforts multiply. One single hour spent building an asset today pays you dividends for years to come. The math heavily, undoubtedly, favors the smart worker over the hard worker. It's just a totally different game. But remember, knowledge without execution is just entertainment. The blueprint is right here in front of you. Master those high-income skills, maximize your leverage, build multiple income streams, and harness the magic of compound growth. Start learning just one valuable skill today. I promise your future self will absolutely thank you. So I'll leave you with this. Are you going to keep running on that exhausting hamster wheel tomorrow, or are you finally going to start building your pipeline? Thanks for hanging out with me for this explainer. Now get out there and go build those systems.